Just spotted this old watchman shack. That is, ooh, geez, I got startled. There's actually a dummy in there. I thought there was someone in there watching me. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new adventure. We got a little special treat for you. And this is something that was not planned today. We happened to be in the right time, right place, and spoke to the right individual, and now have permission to check out what is like a little hidden gem here. Now it's not abandoned, but it's not currently open for business, but that may change in the future. But what is here is pretty amazing. And as you saw from the opening clip, we are here at the Whistle Stop Caboose Lodge. This is a combination of a old depot converted into like a diner slash restaurant, and cabooses converted into lodging, like little motel rooms. So we're gonna take a walk through and show you what is here. We're not gonna go inside anything, obviously. We will be respectful, but again, we do have permission to be here. The owner was passing through, we stopped and it paid to ask. He's like, sure, go ahead, just, you know, be safe. And now you guys are gonna reap the rewards. I've always wanted to check this place out. I've known about it. Once we drove by though, I didn't realize how much is actually here. So without wasting more time, come along with me. Let's check out this place. Catawissa Railroad number 1. This old steamer sitting here actually on rails. That's because the rail line went straight across. Right along those pine trees there was a rail line. I'm not sure if it was a main line or a spur, but the line has been either paved over or ripped up. But it went right next to the depot here, which is now, again, a type of diner slash restaurant. But the rails themselves are still sitting here. Now, obviously, like I will do research if I am able to find any information. It will be shared throughout the video, but you guys are very knowledgeable as well. So if you do see stuff that I maybe miss or have incorrect information on, feel free to comment down below. This area is something else. There is so much coolness here, it's ridiculous. I got my car parked right next to a Reading caboose. It's got the cupola up there, which I like to call the crow's nest. The entrance here is brick lined. Now again, you do see posted signs, private property. That's because it is privately owned and it is not abandoned, but we were fortunate enough to get permission. Really cool location. And here's the rails sitting on them. This is part of the old line here. Oh, it's actually a nice little type of garden area here next to the locomotive. They have a bench here and some, looks almost like tulips growing up right here. Nice little area. Here's a good look at the locomotive here. March 31st, 1944. 1944 locomotive looks like, or possibly when this part was manufactured. So if you guys know the difference, if that's actually the manufacturer date. Let's see, I'm looking up here, that has 8/15/84. Maybe 1844. Yeah, this might be pretty old. There's different dates here. It might be the manufacturing stamps when these were built. I should be able to find a date on the locomotive itself. You see the cylinders are empty now. I mean, part of it is stripped. The connecting rods are gone. The trailing wheels are gone back here. But it looks like does it have any lead wheels? I'm trying to decipher what this is. It may or may not have had trailing wheels, I can't tell, but if it didn't, this is an 060 wheel configuration. So it's not a very big locomotive. Here's looking inside the tender here. It's where they would carry the coal and water, of course. And here's the cab itself. There's the firebox. Engineer would be over there. Fireman over here. Just spotted this old watchman shack. That is, ooh, geez, I got startled. There's actually a dummy in there. I thought there was someone in there watching me. Wow. So they have it set up like traditional little watchman office. They got the typewriter there, the it's like probably an oil lamp, stamps. That is pretty neat. Remington band typewriter. Yeah, that wasn't very nice. He startled me. Another PRR, look at that. These are amazing pieces. Very similar, which I've never been to yet, down in Strasbourg, which is the Red Caboose Motel, where they have a large collection of cabooses which are available for lodging, for motel use. And all these cabooses all tell a story. There's even a maintenance away speeder. Oh, look at the old signal light here too. It's the 4 color up there. It's got the teal and the red. Boy, there's some really amazing pieces here and almost like relics. Don't know where to begin. Well, I mean, we've already begun, but there is so much here, so I'm just gonna venture down this way here. But this is like it reminds me of a combination of like a trailer park, and I don't mean that in a negative way, just like the way it's set up though. It's like trailer park slash campground area where you have campsites, lodging sites, and just the grounds where kids will ride their bikes, have fires, stuff like that. So, you know, I don't want you guys to take that in a negative way. It's not a bad thing. It just has that feel to it, like it's a little close-knit community type of thing. So here's a traditional setup. We got one caboose here, one here. There's the steps for the entryway. Looks like they got a shared grill there. Probably would have, yeah, there's picnic tables over there. So this is like their own little yard. Let's see if we can maybe at least get a view. Well, this one's actually missing a window. I'd like to try to get a view inside of one of them here. I'm not going to go inside, but let's see if we get a view through the window. Okay, so looking inside here, it's actually pretty neat. They got a bed here to the left, TV to the right. Straight ahead is bunk beds and another bed. There is light fixtures. There is wood, some type of wood on the walls. There's even a thermostat in there, maybe even a toilet too. There's an air conditioner on the far side near the other door. That is pretty neat. This would be really fun to stay in. Carpeted floor as well. Got an Erie. Here's Erie, number 237. This one's sitting out here by itself. Actually still sitting on rails. This one I don't believe is available for lodging. It's more of a static display piece. But we have Pennsylvania Railroad, Erie Railroad, a lot of local former Pennsylvania Railroad companies. These are amazing. Fingers crossed that we find Conrail. That would be the icing on the cake. So this back area here says for personnel only, so we're not going to go any further. Looks like an area where they have some more equipment, possibly where they do some of the work. See Jake over there. There's that speeder I was telling you about. We can maybe get around from the other side and get a closer look at it. This caboose looks like it has some primer on it. Might be undergoing some work. I'm not sure if that is one of them you can rent out or not, but it is sitting on rails. But yeah, I'm going to walk around the other side and see if we get a closer look at some of those pieces. So RJ called me over. He picked out something rather interesting. So this looks like a New Haven, Connecticut caboose, but this is not the original color. If you look underneath here, that is green. And there's green on the handrails, and there's green on the framing here. There's only one thing that comes to mind when we see that color, and that is Penn Central. If that is indeed true, that is a rare find to have a Penn Central caboose here.
And yeah, that one road goes around to the...
Green and yellow, Reading Railroad. I hear air or something.
Yeah, I think it's water or something.
Oh yeah, there's water lines connected to this one here. Sounds like they're on. This one, Lehigh Valley, route of the Black Diamond. This one actually has vinyl blinds in the cupola up there. These are so cool. You can see the chimneys up there. That's where they have the little burners inside. Is that cactus?
Yeah. This is cool.
This one actually has a little information thing. Route of the Black Diamond, Lehigh Valley Caboose 95039, built 446, cost $5,800. Very faded, but still holding strong. Here's a close look at the speeder. Still got the engine and everything. Sitting on rails, got the brake system there, which puts pressure against the wheels. Has the bench seating. People can sit on both sides of it. And the controls are right there for the gearing and the manual throttle. Here's a look at that primer caboose. Next to that though, look at this one. Obviously, this one I call dibs on. It is a beautiful shade of blue, and they painted everything blue, including the knuckle, the airline attachments, even the grate. Everything is blue. That could be blue, pretty much. Now, I don't believe that this is Conrail. I don't even believe this is the original color. So there's no markings on it. It looks like it's kind of in the midst of a refurbishment. So I don't have any information on it. But the unique thing is actually sitting on a curve. So if you see, the wheels are kind of, you know, angled like it's going around the bend. It's not sitting on straight track. This is a bay window caboose. There's a small possibility this could be Conrail. Even got the wipers there. This is different from the ones that have the cupola. So this one allows the workers to look out the window when the train's going around a bend. So if the train was going around the bend, they'd be looking out this window to see if there's any, you know, things hanging off, any smoke coming from the hot boxes that need to be greased. So it is a completely different design, but equally very interesting and serve a purpose.
Can't really throw any pennies down that well.
But you can't. Don't gotta worry about the kids drowning this way though.
Yeah, they won't go anywhere.
Enjoy. Take it easy.
Thank you. Looking at the other end, it looks like it's sustained some damage. The railing here is pushed in, and it may have had a type of collision with this little switcher here, which I don't know. It says Catawissa Railroad number 2. I don't know if these collided or not, but they are sitting here on the same track. But the railing, it looks like they painted it after it crashed though, after it sustained damage. This one looks like you can't really get inside. I'm not going to try. But they did attempt to paint it. The windows are frosted over, and like I said, the knuckle and everything is blue, which you don't really see. These are always left black. Even the airline here, it's everything. It is padlocked up, and they have a modern light fixture up there. So with Jake standing here, you can see the size of this locomotive. It's very small. You know, it's not much taller than him. This would be used for switching in a yard, maybe even for a coal mine company, possibly for pulling out loaded coal cars. I don't believe it's narrow gauge. You can actually see the hoses coming down. That's for the sand to get traction when it's slipping on the track. Pretty primitive brake system here, and just a diesel engine. But this would be neat to kind of operate on a little private line. You could probably pull a handful of cars. Let's see, it says Plymouth in the front of it here. So Plymouth, I don't know if that is the manufacturer of the locomotive or the engine. I don't know that. I'm limited on my knowledge for trains. I know enough to get by, but I don't know enough to answer all the questions. But yeah, hook this up to that. I'll take it home. I'll buy it today. So the line that these cars are sitting on, the locomotive and the caboose that's going around the curve, this is an original line. It's actually still intact. The gentleman told us that it is part of the original line. It's a switch coming off another line, which everything here is sitting on. So this is like a main line, and this is a switch spur coming off this way. So these are original tracks. So the last one here is a very unique one. This is a Penn Central 18381. And it's not your traditional looking caboose, it's more of like a service car. It's got almost like a container on the frame with platforms on both ends, really wide open platforms. You could probably about 8 feet long at least. Oh, kitty cat. But here's the Penn Central green, and this particular one is different from all the others, and it's quite unique. There are other ones around. Reading and Northern has one similar to this, but this one is much bigger and looks a bit different and much larger as well. The other one I just passed by too, which is another unique looking one, is New York City 20137, which has a, almost looks like the cupola is an add-on, which may or may not be correct, but it looks like it's not in its original spot. But this is a longer caboose than the other ones, which traditionally have the cupola right in the middle. This one, I don't know, it might be original, might not, but it is unique compared to the others. This one definitely is much more spacious though. And before we leave, I want to give you another shot at this former station slash depot, sitting on the corner of Pine Street and appropriately named Railroad Street. Now it does say we are open, it has advertisements, has hours, which shows it would be open right now, but it is closed. I'm guessing it's either open later in the season, because it is still springtime, or may just be closed for the pandemic. But I will put any information that I do have in the description as far as a website or Facebook page. They may reopen in the summer, and if they do open for business to rent a caboose, rest assured I am going to come here and spend a night at the Whistle Stop Caboose Lodge. Currently standing along Route 42, and the reason we're here is because of there's another train bridge with some cabooses. These are indeed owned by the Whistle Stop Caboose lodging business. They do have 3 of them here. This is basically advertisement for them, and I see them each and every time I travel to Knoebels. And they do have the name on the bridge there, Catawissa Railroad, Whistle Stop Fence, also on the caboose. And if you can't tell, there is one of my favorites here, a Conrail caboose. I see that each and every time that I do pass by here on my way to Knoebels. And as you can tell, it is fenced in. They don't want people coming here, climbing around, going inside them. They are here just for your viewing pleasure. If you do pull along the roadside, you're welcome to take some pictures, just be careful. But they are indeed owned by Whistle Stop, and are 3 more to add to their collection. So as we're making our way around here, we got talking to what I guess would be like a caretaker slash maintenance guy. He actually gave us a rare look at inside one of the grease boxes, the hot boxes of the cabooses. That's the box where they pack the grease in to keep it flowing smoothly. And what the whole reason of the caboose was for is to look for hot boxes getting hot when the trains are traveling. If they started smoking, you knew it ran out of grease. And inside you can still see the packing of the grease when it was last used, however many years ago. He did state a few things though that we were misinformed of. Number one, the caboose area here is open for business. They actually operate on the same schedule as Knoebels. Knoebels opened yesterday, they opened yesterday. They operate through the whole summer season until the fall, and when Knoebels closes, they close, because a lot of the business comes from people visiting Knoebels. The restaurant here inside the former train station is open for business. Not today though. He did state that it should be open, but the person that's in charge of it is not here today. But they are open daily for breakfast and lunch, I believe.
Was there water up in these ones? You're trying to up here with water in? Yeah, is there water in the engine?
I want to do there's some. There's, you know, there's
That's the caretaker guy right there. He's quite a character, but a really nice guy. But yes, the hotel property, motel property is open for business. Restaurant is normally open. They did stay inside. They do have heating, they have air conditioning, they have electricity, they have a bathroom. They do have a shower house on the property, so you can take a shower here. And it's not the Hyatt, you know, it's not a 5-star hotel, but it is a really cool experience to be able to stay in one of these. So I encourage you to check it out, give them some business. They definitely do want to keep open and stay as an operating business for years to come, and hopefully our videos will help give them some new publicity. Right here downtown Catawissa, Whistle Stop Lodging. I think I will be here in the future to rent myself a caboose. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining us today. We had a great time. Hopefully you did as well. As always, we'll see you in the next video.